This is a guided sitting meditation practice. By doing this practice, you are taking an active step towards improving your health and well-being. Seeing this as a time to be with yourself and for yourself, focusing on no longer doing and just being. Giving your time to just be. Being with whatever is present in your mind and your body, without trying to make things different. Letting things be just as they are, letting you be just as you are. In this practice, we are simply learning to be with the activity of the mind, and being more fully present in this moment, experiencing whatever is there, just as it is. So now finding a position or posture that embodies wakefulness and dignity. Make sure you are warm and comfortable. If you are using a chair, if you can, ensuring that the body is self-supporting, away from the back of the chair. Ensure your head and neck are aligned with your back. As you find a comfortable position, having a definite sense of taking your seat and of honouring your body. Taking notice of your body in contact with the chair and feet on the floor. Having a real sense of weight moving down. A sense of connection and groundedness. Now bring your awareness to your body and to your posture, releasing any areas of tension and ensuring that the spine, neck and shoulders are in a comfortable, upright position with a real sense of uplift. Now slowly close your eyes, or if you prefer, lowering your gaze to a point a few feet in front of you with a soft focus on the floor. Hands resting on your thighs or on your lap. And now bring awareness to the space around you, above your head, beside you, in front of you, and behind you. Sitting here just like a mountain, grounded and in touch with the earth, whilst rising tall toward the sky. Having a sense of dignity and wakefulness. Having a presence here and now. Now bring awareness to your breath. Notice the changing patterns of physical sensations in the chest or abdomen as the breath moves in and out. Maybe focusing on the movement of breath in and out from the nose. Cool air moving in and warmer air moving out. Just focus wherever the sensations are most vivid for you. being with the direct experience of breathing rather than thinking of breathing. Just letting the breath breathe itself. Not trying to control or manipulate the breath in any way. Just allowing the breath to be as it is. Observing it with a sense of curiosity. Exploring it. Tasting the breath. Just following this breath all the way in and all the way out. Does this breath feel deep or shallow? Fast or slow? Each breath being slightly different. Just noticing the quality of each breath. Its texture. Just being curious moment by moment. Following the breath all the way in, noticing the point it changes to the out-breath. Noticing the point where the in-breath gives way to the out-breath, and the out-breath gives way to the in-breath. At some point you will notice the mind has wandered away from the breath, involved in a thought, a daydream, an emotion, or a fantasy. As you become aware of this, just notice where the mind has wandered. Very gently but firmly bring the mind back to focus on the breath once again. Back to this breath, in this moment. Reconnecting you with this moment. It's perfectly normal for minds to wander. This is simply what they do. Not seeing this as a fault or a problem, not giving yourself a hard time, just bringing the attention back to the breath over and over again. And if the mind wanders 100 times, then simply bringing the attention back to the breath 100 times, without judgment or desire for things to be any different. Using the breath as an anchor, safe place to which you can return however strong the thoughts and emotions may become. Always present, grounding you in this moment, the only moment we have. A place to come back to whenever the mind wanders. Now expanding your awareness around the physical sense of the breath to include all the sensations of the body. Having a sense of the movement of the breath throughout the body. And becoming aware of more focused patterns of physical sensations in the body. Contact with feet on the floor. Buttocks on the chair, feelings of tightness or looseness. Just noticing whatever is most present, and just holding as many of these sensations together with a sense of the body as a whole, with the backdrop of the breath, moving in and moving out. Allowing the body to be as it is, as sensations arise, linger, and disappear from your awareness. Allowing it to be, allowing you to be just as you are. Anytime you have noticed your mind has wandered off, involved in a thought or an emotion, just noticing where it has gone and bringing it back. Kindly, gently, and without judgment to the breath and the sense of the body as a whole from one moment to the next. You may notice from time to time an intense sensation that draws your attention again and again away from your body as a whole. It may be a physical sensation, such as a pain in your back or your knees, or it may be a recurrent restlessness or a thought or an emotion. If you find your awareness being repeatedly drawn to an intense sensation, then knowing you have a number of options how you can work with this. You can move and readjust your body to ease the intensity. And doing this with awareness and mindfulness, noticing each aspect from intention to move to the actual physical sensations of moving. And then simply settling back into the breath and the body as a whole. The other option you have is not to move, but to stay still and turn toward the discomfort, the pain, or the thought. Not trying to change it, but as best as you can staying with it, and just moving your awareness toward it and exploring it. Moving as close to it as possible. Just taking the awareness to the point where comfort begins to be challenged, and just staying there. Not trying to change or push through the intensity, just exploring it with gentleness. Breathing into and out of the area, giving it a sense of spaciousness. What exactly does this sensation feel like? And where exactly is it? Does it move? Does it come and go? How does it change and alter? Just noticing if there's a sense of aversion, wishing that things were different. What exactly is the discomfort if there's no resistance? Opening and softening to all your experiences. Noticing without judgment, being with this discomfort and your experience of it, not fighting it, just being with it moment by moment. Slowly bringing your awareness back to your breath or to your body as a whole. Being present with yourself as you are, without judgment or expectation. Now letting your breath and as your body as a whole move into the background of your awareness. And bring your attention to your ears, to sounds and hearing, and being aware of sounds arising, coming closer, and fading away. Opening to whatever sounds present themselves. Near sounds, far sounds, sounds from in the body. Just noticing how the mind takes the sounds and adds to it all sorts of stories. Liking some sounds and not others. And having a sound carry you down a long line of associations. And when you notice this, just notice where the mind has gone. And then gently bringing it back to the direct experience of the sound as a sound. Arising, lingering, and then just fading away. focusing on the direct experience of hearing. Hearing the sound as simply and directly as possible. Also becoming aware of the spaces between sounds, the silence from which sounds appear. And every time you notice that the mind has wandered from the sound, bringing it back without judgment to the direct experience of sound as sound. As it arises, lingers, and fades. Now letting sounds fade into the background of your awareness. Now turning to thoughts and emotions. Focusing on thoughts as the object of attention. Not viewing them as a distraction, but the focus of our attention. Opening up to thoughts arising, passing by, and leaving. You may find it helpful to view your mind as being like the spacious blue of the sky, and the thoughts as the clouds appearing in the sky. Sometimes they're thin and wispy, and at other times dark and black. Whatever size and shape, they simply arise, come into our awareness, and then simply disappear. The clouds are not the sky. Your thoughts are not your mind. The mind is not affected by your thoughts, the same way as the sky is not affected by the clouds. Some thoughts are harder to just simply observe. They take us down well-trodden pathways. We become involved with thoughts, the content of the thoughts. Before we know it, we're carried away by the content. Just becoming aware of this. And once again, just remembering that the breath can be used as the anchor, bringing us back to a safe place in the present moment. Just becoming aware that thoughts are not facts. Using this time to become aware of the rising of thoughts, the movement into our field of awareness, and their dissolving away. Some thoughts come with intense emotions, Seeing if it's possible to turn and explore where in your body you feel this emotion. Noticing how sometimes you want to push the emotion away. Noticing the resistance. Noticing any judgment about the emotion, or judgment about yourself for having the emotion. Just stepping towards it, breathing into it, softening around it. Not trying to fight it or get rid of it. Just allowing it to be as it is. Simply noticing how, like clouds and thoughts, emotions arise, come into your awareness, and naturally disperse in their own time. Just being aware that if the emotions become too strong, that the breath can be used as a safe place to return to over and over again, grounding you in this moment, this breath. The breath is always with you to calm you, settle you, reconnecting you again and again with the here and now. Allowing you the stability to turn towards any sensation, thought, or emotion that may arise. Now letting thoughts and emotions fade into the background and opening up to whatever is in your awareness. Whatever is most prominent in each moment, a thought, a sensation, an emotion, just opening to whatever arises, being present to it all, neither rejecting or clinging to. Being aware of the space in which all things arise. Sitting in the stillness and spaciousness, allowing whatever arises to simply come and go, allowing it all to be just as it is. Remembering the breath is with you always. Whenever your mind feels scattered and dispersed, whenever you feel off balance or disconnected, bringing you back to a sense of yourself as a whole, Now bring your attention back to the breath, coming home to the breath, following each in-breath and each out-breath. And as we come to the end of this practice, just seeing if you can bring into your daily life a sense of just allowing yourself to be as you are, fully present with your direct experience, moment by moment, taking this sense of present, non-judgmental awareness into whatever you have to do today. Three-minute breathing space. Step 1. Becoming aware. Deliberately adopt an erect and dignified posture, whether sitting or standing. If possible, close your eyes. And then bring your awareness to your inner experience and acknowledge it, asking, what is in my experience right now? What is the internal weather pattern? What thoughts are going through the mind? And as best you can, acknowledging these thoughts as mental events. What feelings are here? Turn towards any sense of discomfort or unpleasant feelings, acknowledging them without trying to make them different from how you find them. What body sensations are here right now? And perhaps quickly scan the body to pick up on any sensations of tightness, bracing, acknowledging the sensations, but once again, not trying to change them in any way. Step 2. Gathering and focusing your attention. Now redirecting the attention to a narrow spotlight on the physical sensations of the breath. Moving close to the physical sensations of the breath in the abdomen. Expanding as the breath comes in and falling back as the breath goes out. Follow the breath all the way in and all the way out. Use each breath as an opportunity to anchor yourself into the present. And if the mind wanders, gently escort the attention back to the breath. Step 3. Expanding your attention. Now expand the field of awareness around the breathing so that it includes a sense of the body as a whole, your posture and facial expression, as if the whole body was breathing. If you become aware of any sensations of discomfort or tension, Feel free to bring your focus of attention right into the intensity by imagining that the breath could move into and around the sensations. In this, you're helping to explore the sensations, befriending them, rather than trying to change them in any way. If they stop pulling for your attention, turn into sitting, aware of the whole body, moment by moment.